because I love it so much. It's so exquisite. You see the perfect elevation of it, grey. Then the two women represent the full and plenty of the land, you know, because we're a great agricultural country. And then on the right you have Neptune with his prawn fork, representing the sea, in honour of the sea. Then at either end you have the coat of arms of Ireland under England. You have the crown and the unicorn. It was a harp on a green background. And the harp is the oldest symbol. Then of course you have the lovely brick facade of the houses. Can we go left here, please, Colin? And of course, even though the houses have... And of course about 99% of births now take place. At the end of this part of the square, salons in the winter months, and there she invited all the literati people of Dublin to mix with the aristocrats. Open from 2 o'clock and also has a restaurant. And in there on the ground floor you'll find a collection of beautiful Irish art dating from about the end of the 17th century through the 18th century up to the 20th century. And now poems like the Lake Isle of Innisfree, I Will Arise, and he gained Catholic emancipation. He went then on to St. Patrick's Cathedral, and there it is in all its glory for you to look at. We're going to the left here just to feet. Now, by Strongbow, the chief Norman who came to Dublin in the 13th century. Courts. Again you see the two wings and the arcades and the great central portico. This is a more masculine building, as you can see. And then overhead you have Moses laying down the law there with his tablet. Now here, this area here is important because here in prehistoric times there was a crossing of the river which gave Dublin its Irish name, Baile Átha Cliath, the town of the Ford Hurdle. So the Ford Hurdle was just there. Now the Liffey flowed very much wider across than it does. His name was James Butler. He was the Duke of Ormond. He went into exile with Charles II to Paris. And when he was in Paris during those 10 Bastille, probably one of the Bastille friends, of course, for beating Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo, and he came here in 1979, and of course just here at the end of these steps and then going up to the altar there just at the cross. She put that light in that window as a beacon to all her emigrants to let them know they were not forgotten. There was still... The state was founded in 1921. This barracks, which is now going to be our new national... Go. Thanks.
Those ones that lowers the ramp and loads up the car. Goes up so high, so you get full coach. Many ships are built on the Clyde these days. They do reef. Cumberland's army had settled at Nairn, followed him. A bit higher up, staying wise to have taken you to visit a whisky distillery. There are quite a few that will. It turned out that's Blair Drummond, by the way, folks. You can see through the.
Oh, I'm the Molly killing. What's your typing?
Go to take a photo. And rub at the roost.
Come on, Anne, follow me. Where's he? Anne, want to do that one? Anne. Oh, so there's a person behind that man. Look at that scene.
All about Aberdeen and various other parts of Scotland that we're not going to see.
Robin was a Robin boy, rantin' Robin, Robin was a Robin boy.
Discussed. Pounds plus. You can also rent a penthouse suite at the top. And there's your Parthenon. If you go slightly to the left of the clock, there's an identical copy of the Parthenon in Greece, and every time they managed to erect a pillar, they had a party. Top end, you've got the oldest floral clock in the world. It is scaled once, when somebody climbed it up without any assistance at all, to try and open the gates to allow some rebels to come in. This big building which is under scaffolding, which you'll see when we come round the corner, to be facing the right way, that is with water, and Craig's idea was to drain the lock and turn them into wonderful gardens.
Welcome to Edinburgh.
Wellington had a nickname, the Iron Duke. There he is in bronze, and years. That's the time signal for the people of Edinburgh and of Scotland. The crown jewels, the crown, the sceptre, the sword, various high orders of gallantry, and it's within that palace that the first king over united Great Britain was born. That's the tradition behind it, okay? One of our splendid buildings across here on the left, George Heriot's School. George Heriot was the jeweller to... In there they've got a special exhibition on just now. It's a cuckoo comes out. Let's have a look. Oh no, this right in between. However, and the marble statue, Alan Ramsay the poet. Idiot. I defy you ladies to go downstairs, look at the copper pots and pans you used to scrub and polish. All the poor lad could do for entertainment was to gaze out and think about the life of Stevenson. They did building like a miniature castle, the governor's house, a jail that stood there, and the tall up, the fruit market gallery, and some things.
Good day. Mm.